The dragons are back. And 2 new fire breathers have been unleashed in the den.
I would like to make you an offer.
And business is booming.
All of the money for 15%. Tej?
Let's do it.
You have no money to put where your mouth is.
And battle lines are drawn.
As one of the new dragons, I come with a blank sheet of paper.
Excuse me.
That's my piece.
No.
Welcome to Dragon's Den, where a selection of nervous entrepreneurs with big business dreams face the reality and the wrath of 5 multimillionaire investors.
Yeah, I'd like to think.
They're brimming with confidence about their range of repurposed...
Hello, I'm Ben.
And I'm Harry. We are both brothers, business partners, and founders of Plain Industries. We're here today, asked for £80,000 in exchange for 10% of our business. Exhaust nozzles into giant lamps, and even windows into clocks. Here's an example of our chair. This is made from an engine cowling of an aircraft, and this retails for £19,000. We currently are making luxury luggage from the discarded seating fabric, coming in at a much more accessible price point. Soon, we're about to launch our stationery and homeware range that is cast from the fuselage of all different...
...parts upcycling business.
Do you know what? I can't resist getting in.
Are you ready, guys?
If you'd like to all go and sit down, we'll just stay here for the rest.
Get ready for takeoff.
Aviation.
As a kid, I've always travelled on aeroplanes and just enjoyed the whole experience. What do the numbers look like over the last 3 years?
In year 1, we turned over £24,000, and £1,000 with a net that's expected to be anywhere between 60 to 70.
So just what was the reason for the drop?
So every time we had a drop, it was generally when we kind of...
5 to 60 aircraft a year, and they also sell all the parts, so that's where we get our parts from.
So they break them, and you've come along and said, oh, we'll have this bit and this bit and this
Yeah,
bit.
that's how it started. And the reason why we...
And now, eco-conscious Deborah Meaden is keen to find out more about their business model.
How long does that take you to build?
So they take about 4 months.
How much does that cost you to make?
About £7,000.
Including your time?
Our...
Aesthetic look, we enjoyed being in there, actually, I think, if we were honest with each other. But...
do you want to challenge that?
I don't, actually. No, I have to go along with it.
Quality, the actual feel and touch of it, because we've tested them for a year, and they're...
You do, but I even feel that the zip, it just doesn't... And then you've got the story inside.
Yeah. Telling.
My very point is that you haven't given the story. And it does look like a 1960s British Midland aircraft cover.
But the reason why I actually used that fabric to start...
And now, fashion magnate Tuka Suleiman is ready to provide his expert insight into the market for the luggage.
There was so much material and there was such a problem there. We kind of thought, what could we do with this problem? And that kind of led us down the route of the bags.
But the problem you're trying to solve is there's big potential on furniture. But your business at the moment is small.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a great product.
And now, plane enthusiast Tej Lalvani has some concerns about whether the pair's designs are truly top flight.
It up. You'll kind of find all the information about what it used to be.
No, but even on that, there's no logo on the item on top.
There will be. That's just a prototype. It's very...
Sadly, it's not something for me, so I'm out.
OK, thank you.
Let me tell you where I am. That item is wonderful. Now, is that... So, I'm out.
Two more dragons exit the deal.
Like the sentiment behind it. I get the sense that you really care about it as well, and I absolutely love that. That could lead to an investment from me.
Since September last year. So if this continues to grow and we get continuous orders, that's fine, but...
Don't put more time into it, because your business is... I'm out.
Thank you for your time, thank you.
Despite connecting with Ben and Harry's business ethos, Deborah Meaden does not see enough financial...
I'm going to make you an offer.
OK.
I'm going to offer you 10,000.
Isn't it? Just over 50, but we sell them for 19. and we'll make it bespoke as well as the colour you want, the interior you want.
Engrave with his name on the top.
If you want it.
OK. The only reason why I'm out.
So Peter Jones has shaken hands on a set.
That we'll take on board.
Yeah.
And we sold a chair to Peter, so that's cool.
An exciting journey, and we took it from there.
We took the decision that, you know, do we believe in it or not? We do.
Yes, we do.
So we're Mike and Zena Dean, and we're here today to ask for £50,000 investment for a 5% equity stake in our business Huxley Hound, creator of Better Than Raw.
For dog treats. So, not deterred, I decided if I can't buy them, I'll make them. So I hit the kitchen, and armed with all manner of ingredients and equipment, I went into development mode.
This naturally compresses the vegetable and pushes those nutrients to the surface. The end result being that dogs get vitamins and minerals from our treats that they don't get from a raw vegetable. They literally are.
A confident pitch from husband and wife team Mike and Zena Dean, aided, of course, by Huxley the Hound.
Hey, so when did you start and what was your turnover in the first year?
So we haven't yet filed a full set of accounts. So
So you're brand new.
Exactly. So we started.
Far to date, what's your turnover been?
It's just under, I think, 8,000.
OK, so it's very, very early days.
Yes.
You said you sold your own house.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you living now?
Rented house.
Yeah.
So we basically said to the kids, look, guys, banks and management consulting firms.
A convincing display of entrepreneurial spirit from Mike and Zena as they reveal just
For dogs. And dog owners are definitely finding a lot of interest in investing in healthier snacks and products. Are there any competitors? Do other companies offer?
And you're right, there is a massive market in pets and dogs and cats and so on, treats. They're everywhere at Crufts. You said in your pitch that you have...
That are reordering. You know, when people like them, they really, really like them.
Mike and Zena's confidence in their product's ability to attract customers.
I'm not sure I do like the branding. Doesn't say it's dog treats for a start. But I think the thing that you're selling is the fact that this is more digestible.
Yeah.
There we go.
The story doesn't come out of this package, does it?
No.
The entrepreneur's failure to recognise that the devil's in the detail doesn't go down well.
Where's it going to come from?
It's going to come from a combination of repeat orders of our existing stockists, but this is pretty small beer. But it's the wholesaler
Mike,
that's the accelerant.
you come in here...
We've got a fully developed product range, we've got science, we've got packaging, we've got a brand. It is right at the start,
So
absolutely right at the start.
So you're telling me that...
Argument deems their price tag to be massively overinflated, and he's first to count himself out. But a dragon who's no stranger to the dog treat market.
There is so much competition for the space that you're looking for. Takes a lot of money to get there, and we're a success story, you know?
Been there and gone through that experience and yet wouldn't do it again in the exact same marketplace. So I have to take that in and...
When you guys walked in with this and talked about the product, I thought it was a good idea and something that would work. It's something that I think I could tag on to my nutrition supplements, and that's my offer.
Okay, thank you.
Finally,
I think the journey is real credit to you, but I also see when you get the branding right and the story right around brand. So I am going to make you an offer. I'm going to offer you all of the money.
Arnie's bid of 30. But his outstanding record in the marketplace makes this a tough decision for Mike and Zena, who've gambled so much to get the...
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. really pleased.
A deal struck.
Okay, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
Well
you.
done.
All right, only 50 grand.
With one dragon.
Isn't it?
I don't like things like this.
But will they manage to tame a dragon?
I like what I see here. I like what I see here in you two as well.
I'm going to make you an offer.
I've had 40 years on and off in the book trade, but Fenner is the boss.
But technically it's William.
They're bound to get...
You're doing it.
Will the den be the start of a new chapter for the unique duo?
Turnaround project. It's now profitable, so we're here today to offer you the opportunity to invest £100,000 for 10% of our business.
2016, we sold 145,000 used and rare books through 20 internet marketplaces around the world. While our £1
Profit of 34,000.
we've built the machine, now your investment will enable us to grow our visitor numbers.
That's visitors both to our book barn.
From William Pryor and Fenner Leake, who are asking for £100,000 for 10% of their Somerset-based book business. But
you
his
shouldn't take any
name.
notice of that.
I think that's quite big, isn't it?
It's not my achievement, though. I just happen to find myself being the great-great-grandson.
Turned into a full-time job and they gave me this amazing opportunity.
And how old were you when that happened?
21.
She's now 25.
That's
Great.
fun.
How many in a week will come inwards to the warehouse?
We're cataloguing 5,000 a week and then we're receiving thousands more on top.
To buy that stock now, what would they...
We would look for at least £2 a book.
So what's the total value?
Well, we have to confess, we don't know precisely how many books.
But Deborah Meaden is poised to dig deeper into the company's setup.
What are your overheads?
Into a CVA, a company voluntary arrangement, whereby we agreed to pay our then creditors 50% over 4 years, which was £250,000 for us.
And we funded all that, believing that we had this money coming, and when it didn't come, we got into financial difficulty.
And how much money...
The entrepreneurs are managing to keep their heads above water.
From what I can see, you did 1.27 turnover.
Yes,
You made 34,000 profit.
yes.
When you said your age, I was taken aback. However, there are too many skeletons in the cupboard.
Will Jenny Campbell, with a track record in business turnarounds, be on the same page?
William Fenner. What concerns me, you... And I'm out.
Okay.
I am very concerned that 100,000... I'm out.
When I invest in businesses, it's got to be fairly simple.
Tej Lalvani is the fourth dragon to close the book on the business opportunity. Only Peter Jones remains.
I'll give you the full lineage, shall I? Charles Darwin was the father. He had 5 sons, and one of those, the third, was Sir George Darwin, who was my...
thing to keep potentially the business alive and allow creditors to at least receive a large proportion of their money back.
Yeah.
Where I'm sitting, you've got £1 million worth of margin, and that for an investor is really exciting. And if you'd focus purely on that element of the business.
To rejection, and they leave the den without a deal.
It's a shame about the complications, but otherwise it's quite a nice business. Yeah.
Nice to see books still selling and still...
Hopefuls are fitness enthusiasts Liam Sheriff and Craig Newbegin from County Durham. And they're expecting one dragon in particular to flex his...
And obviously Tej is the owner of a brand that we're big fans of, so let's hope he doesn't be put off by us being in competition long term, hopefully.
Back in 2013, I was working as a personal trainer, and all of my clients would constantly ask where was the best place to buy supplements from. After extensively researching the market,
We started with sports nutrition and have extended the range to include general health, superfoods, and now snacking products.
So after running the business from home,
Liam's going to give you a sample of our latest product innovation, protein popcorn, and we'll welcome any questions that you may have.
It's the body-conscious entrepreneurs for information on their target market.
Nice to meet you. I love your accents, by the way. To convert more average gym trippers or just your average person to take 1 or 2 of these a day?
we are getting customers who are very hardcore bodybuilding, you're very, very strict.
We're the only company using that in the UK.
The duo are confident they're ahead of the game, but their ambition to swoop in and capture a new
investment allowed us to go to trade shows. At those trade shows, we were able to pitch our products to Holland & Barrett. From that pitch, we were then invited to a meeting and just
£5 in store.
And what's your cost on this product?
At the moment, it's around about £14 net of VAT.
Wow. OK, what price would you be selling?
It's a huge blow for the entrepreneurs as health supplement giant Tej Lalvani raises serious doubts about the company's potential.
Predominantly to set up shop with a warehouse.
But what were your figures last year?
Last year, 71,000 turnover.
Gross profit?
26.5. Nothing happens for 2 years. After 2 years, you decide whether you want to negotiate an equity shareholding or you start repaying the loan back.
Guys, could I ask you a question? Based on today's conversation,
Yeah.
is this business worth £1 million?
Where our mouth is, like...
You have no money to put where your mouth is.
Yeah.
That's your
And
problem.
to follow through with
Exactly what we said we're
the
going
road
to do.
that we're on.
I think, guys, this is not a business.
And now Peter Jones has spotted an issue with their loan agreement.
The terms, they've been pretty tough on you.
Situation where, you know, you felt that this was the last place to go to take the money. I understand why that happens. With my banking background,
The constraints of the contract to spot a brand with potential for growth.
I actually get the business side of this. There's a little bit in my heart doing this. There's a lot of money, and it's on the basis that you can negotiate that £100,000 penalty out of that agreement.
Right. OK, thank you very much.
Be up against it with regards to this agreement. And this agreement is actually the reason why. So I'm going to offer you all of the money, but I want 40% of the business. And I'm also...
I've got time, capacity.
Excuse me.
Focus. Time. It's my. Excuse me, Deborah. It's my piece
No,
now.
I'm defending my position.
Well,
no
do
one's
that in
ever
a moment
complained
when I
about the
finish.
time.
I will make you an offer for half the money, for 17.5%.
OK, thank you very much.
In a remarkable...
That leaves me. I just feel you've got your strategy all. So, on that basis, I'm going to make you an offer.
Four dragons have made offers and all are willing to...
Thanks, everybody, for your very kind offers. Half of the money each, for 15% equity each.
I'll tell you where I am.
If you were to take 40, I'd be left with 49.7%. And obviously, I'd like to stay above 51 if I can.
All in the business. I personally would be happy to go down to 17.5, but actually only when the investment that I've...
After a high-impact workout in the den, Liam and Craig walk away, all pumped up, with the two dragons they were hoping for. They came in 2 by 2 today, a sequence of duos in the den.
Your numbers are about as hot as a mild coma.
See, that's lovely, but still stupid.
I believe I'm the one dragon that can take you to where you want to go.
An underwater capsule, but will they have what it takes?